We've all seen it on a map, and you can't miss it. Lake Winnebago is the largest inland lake in all of Wisconsin. And today we're exploring the 3 counties that surround that lake. So start your engines and your campfires as we welcome you to these endless shores on Discover Wisconsin.
Hello and welcome to Discover Wisconsin.
Our first stop on our 3-county tour is Oshkosh, home to EAA Air Venture's annual air show and fly-in. Oshkosh is no stranger to a good time, and it's the perfect place to start getting acquainted with the area. The Lake Winnebago ecosystem consists of Lake Winnebago, of course, and the upper river lakes of Lake Butamore, Lake Winneconne, and Lake Poygan. And those endless shores provide so many opportunities for family-friendly adventures. And right here in Oshkosh lies the perfect example, the Menominee Park and Zoo. This place is such a destination. A lot of times you just go to a park or you just go to a zoo and you don't fill an entire day. This place can fill an entire day.
This zoo is really special. It's right in the middle of Menominee Park, which is right by Lake Winnebago. One thing that I think makes it really special is that it is a free zoo. Anybody and everybody can come and enjoy this place.
Free 99, does it get any better than that? So one of the things that stands out to me is the beautiful backdrop of Lake Winnebago. And not only do you have the activity of coming to the zoo, you have all sorts of other activities.
In this park specifically, we have an awesome playground right across from the zoo where you can see the view of the lake. We also have a beach, so that area, it's nice sand. You can bring the family, they can swim in the lake.
The atmosphere is really cool because you feel like you're walking into a park and there just happens to be really awesome animals.
Yes.
Can you show me some of the animals?
Yes, absolutely.
So who do we have here?
This is Kiana. She is our blue and gold macaw. She's pretty famous here at the zoo. She's a talker.
Little ham.
She's a little bit of a show-off. She tells everybody goodbye as they walk past, and she'll yell it out. She goes, "Goodbye."
Is there a way we can get her to say goodbye?
Probably not when she's on my arm.
She likes to do it on her own terms.
Yes, she definitely has a mind of her own. We're lucky to have her.
Okay, so this is a skunk that I can pet.
This is a skunk. You sure can.
Normally, I would be freaked out, but look at that little face. Plot twist, turns out skunks are super friendly and adorable. I loved that little thing. Seriously, the little nose and the little tongue, stop it. Menominee Park and Zoo is a fantastic place to bring your family for a fun day full of activities. Of course, the park isn't the only place in town to take advantage of the ample water accessibility. Oshkosh is the perfect place to enjoy a stroll down the Riverwalk. Not to mention a great place to dock your boat for a bite to eat and a little entertainment with some fantastic waterfront dining opportunities. But if your idea of relaxation requires a little more peace and quiet, then a stop at Terrell's Island could be just what you're after. Just west of Oshkosh, in between the town of Winneconne and the city of Omro, Terrell's Island is a sprawling wetland conservation project that offers a hiking trail unlike anything I've ever experienced before.
Terrell's Island is an island created for recreation and wildlife preservation of the wetlands.
So not only is this place a wetland conservatory, it's also an incredible place to spend time out in nature, just clear your mind, spend time with either friends and family, your furry friends, or even just be by yourself and have some peace and quiet. As an avid biker, I loved taking my bike out here, and it was really a special atmosphere because you're biking through trees and then all of a sudden the trees just disappear and you're completely surrounded by water. It's so cool.
I think it's different than other trails because you have water on both sides. It's not paved, so you have a little bit of nature yourself, walking over things and seeing different things. You really never know what wildlife you might see next.
There are a ton of pelicans, so many birds. The calm water makes it easy to see the fish. In general, there's a ton of wildlife, and it's really hard to describe, but this place is so calm and beautiful, and really you're just gonna have to come out and see it for yourself.
Plan your adventures in every corner of our state by streaming Discover Wisconsin anytime, anywhere. After the break, we head just down the road to Fond du Lac County for more from Wisconsin's endless shores. One of the best things about the very short trip from Oshkosh to Fond du Lac is the relaxing drive along Lake Winnebago. And knowing where I'm headed makes it that much better. I know I mentioned that it was short, but it's worth pointing out again that the trip from downtown Oshkosh to the heart of Fond du Lac is an extremely quick 20-mile drive right down the shore. My first stop in Fond du Lac County was the Thelma Sadoff Center for the Arts. This fully modern gathering place is considered the cornerstone of the arts and entertainment district in downtown Fond du Lac, not to mention one of Wisconsin's premier art galleries.
I don't think you would come to Fond du Lac and expect to see something so amazing as Thelma. And that's why it is such a gem and so important to our community.
And tell me about the exhibits that Thelma has to offer.
Thelma brings in artists from all over the world. We've had artists from Paris, Italy, all over the country, of course, California, New York. We bring in sculpture, we bring in two-dimensional art, we bring in various kinds of medium.
So Thelma is a multi-purpose center. In addition to art exhibits, what else do you guys have to offer?
Oh, we offer concerts from intimate gatherings in our great hall with 250 to full street concerts with up to 5,000 people. We have a film series, a literary series, including a book club. Just a wide variety of art choices for the Fond du Lac community.
And I noticed in your logo you have a very interesting A. It's almost as though it's unfinished.
That is very astute. It's important that we have that unfinished A. It means there's always going to be more to do, more to see, and more reasons to come back to Thelma. We're never going to be done.
As much as Thelma represents the heart of Fond du Lac's art and entertainment district, Lakeside Park does the same for parks and recreation. From a modern, accessible playground and classic carnival rides to a lighthouse just perfect for a quick Instagram post, Lakeside Park is a great place to get back to nature without leaving the city.
The reason why people in Fond du Lac and the Lake Winnebago region love Lakeside Park is it's a great place to just hang out with the family, picnic. It's just a super charming destination for locals and for visitors alike.
The carousel, the train, the playground, there's a lot of options. I didn't know I was kayaking today, but it's perfect because I get to skip arm day. If you are feeling brave, you can absolutely go out on Lake Winnebago, but I was playing it a little safer, stayed on the channel, which still had a lot of waterway to explore, a lot of beautiful scenery, and it was calm. I was in nature, but yet in a city, which was really great. But if you only want to be in nature, our next stop might be perfect for you.
The Hurricane Marsh is this amazing part in nature. Almost 33,000 acres. It is a wetland of international importance and a beautiful treasure here in the state of Wisconsin.
A lot of Wisconsinites and Midwesterners don't know this is in our backyard. So what would they be surprised to learn about this place?
Probably the size of it. It is the largest freshwater cattail marsh in the United States. We have over 300 different species of birds that do come here during the year at different times, and it's just a wonderful place to go out and experience nature and wildlife.
And of course, one of the stops they can make is here at the Nature Center. What is there to do and see at the Nature Center?
Marshhaven Nature Center is a nonprofit nature center, so we're not part of the state or the federal government. And inside our building, we do have museum displays on the history and wildlife of the Hurricane Marsh area. We have a kids room for kids and families to learn together. And then we're kind of known for our animal ambassadors, so we do have a variety of animals inside and that we also use for educational programming too.
So you're saying families can start at the Nature Center, learn about what they're about to go see, and then go see it?
Definitely, make it a whole day. There's so much to see here at the Hurricane Marsh.
Follow Discover Wisconsin on Instagram to see behind-the-scenes photos and stories from our productions. Coming up, Josh feels the need for speed in Calumet County. Discover Wisconsin will be right back.
Welcome back to the endless shores of Wisconsin, here on Discover Wisconsin. The third county that surrounds Lake Winnebago is Calumet County. Small towns may dot the east side of Lake Winnebago, but if you think that means everything slows down over here, you've never been to Gravity Park, USA.
3 words I'd use to describe this place: fun, noisy, and fast. And adrenaline, that's 4 words. That's 4 words. We got cars zipping around the track. They're just sliding. I don't know how they don't always bang into each other, but somehow they usually don't.
If it's thrills you're looking for, Gravity Park USA in Chilton definitely delivers. From motocross and quads to the always popular stock cars, these races attract a crowd every weekend.
What attracts spectators to come here to watch the races?
It's good racing here. It's short track.
Yeah.
I mean, tight corners, they make for some good passing and good racing.
Okay, so I don't know hardly anything about racing. What is it about this track in particular that's special for Gravity Park compared to other tracks?
The track layout is what's really nice. You go down the straightaway and the adrenaline and the wind blowing in your face, it's fun. When people come here, they seem to like it.
There's no question fans like it, which explains why they keep coming back race after race and year after year.
Most important part that I love about it is seeing the kids and the fun that the families are having. We've had kids that were here, I should say, that were 4, and now 20 years later, they have kids and bringing their kids. That's pretty cool to see, and there's a lot going on over here. There's never a dull moment if you just look for it.
My next stop in Chilton was just as exciting as a night at the track, but a little quieter. The cave tours at Ledgeview Nature Center offer a unique experience not to be missed.
Ledgeview is a 105-acre park and interpretive center. We have about 3 miles of hiking trails here. We have a 60-foot observation tower and the caves, which we're in right now.
So I had no idea these caves were here, and they're amazing, but what makes these caves in particular so special?
Well, here at Ledgeview, we have wild caves. So there are other caves that you can visit that have walkways and electric light. We have none of that. You've got to bring your own flashlight, get ready to get dirty.
Let's do this. I've been on tours before, all kinds of different tours, but this is very different because you're down there in the caves with a flashlight in your hand. It's not lit along the way, so if you turn off your flashlight, it's gonna be pitch black. It can be a little scary, but that's the excitement, is that you're in a wild cave, kind of squeezing your way through. There's places where you're crawling and you might have a few inches over your head as you're crawling on your stomach, but then there's also these other parts of the cave that are huge, and you're standing and walking around and looking up 20, 30 feet above your head in this massive cave. I can't wait to bring my kids here because they're gonna just get lost, and that's good for them, right?
After Ledgeview, the crew and I made our way to Calumet County Park, which offers a great camping experience and a great view.
What sets this campground apart from other campgrounds is that we are so close to Lake Winnebago. I know some of the sites are right there. You can almost fish from your campsite, or it's a short walk down to the water's edge. So it's really nice that way for people.
And it was really nice for us, because just like Robin said, our campsite was right on the water. And despite a little drizzle, it was still an unbelievable setting for a relaxing campfire. Probably.
I bet when you saw the wood chopping, you thought, that guy knows how to build a fire. I get so many comments about how terrible I am at lighting a fire. I almost passed out. They didn't really catch that because I tried to keep it pro, but I almost passed out trying to like blow some air into those burning embers, but it seemed to work. We pulled it off. My family loves to camp, and we've camped quite a few places around Wisconsin, but I can tell you this, I'm certain we have never camped anywhere that had a view like this over Lake Winnebago.
Follow our podcast, The Cabin, where we cover all things Wisconsin.
Up next, our tour of the endless shores of Wisconsin continues, and the state's biggest lake takes center stage. Stay tuned. We're back exploring the Lake Winnebago ecosystem here on Discover Wisconsin. One thing that connects all 3 of these counties is the beauty of the land that surrounds Lake Winnebago. And our next stop is arguably one of the most beautiful in all of Wisconsin.
We are at High Cliff State Park on the shores of Lake Winnebago. We're known for our cliff formations. People love to hike here. The ability to see cliffs close up that are 430 million years old.
Not only is this a great place to hike, but these cliffs are part of a rock formation called the Niagara Escarpment, and they've played a major role in shaping the entire region.
There would be no Lake Winnebago, there would be no Fond du Lac, no Oshkosh, no Needham-Ashen or Appleton or Green Bay if it wasn't for the Niagara Escarpment. The water would flow directly east towards Lake Michigan, but because of this rock cliff, it has to flow to the north.
These cliffs are the whole reason that the lake even exists, that this whole region exists, really. And when you're up there in the tower looking out, taking in the view, it's really quite a sight to see.
So after enjoying the truly breathtaking view, it was time to take a look at the Niagara Escarpment up close and personal.
This is about the bottom of the hard dolomite cliff at the top of the escarpment, and it's sitting on soft shales here, and it compresses these shales. That's what results in these big tilting blocks that eventually fall down the slope. This is an enormous block. It's at least 100 feet long and 30 or so feet wide and 30 feet high. There's one big piece of dolomite that's going to eventually fall down the cliff.
Well, I think we're safe because that tree is holding it up.
Yeah, it probably doesn't move a lot currently.
What's amazing to me is that this place exists just right here in Wisconsin. This is my first time ever being here. Just amazing, but really learning about how the cliff formations came to be has really added to the whole experience, and this whole place has just been totally awe-inspiring.
As much as High Cliff State Park sets the Lake Winnebago area apart from anywhere else in Wisconsin, sturgeon spearing sets the Lake Winnebago area apart from anywhere else, period.
The Winnebago system sturgeon spearing is the largest recreational harvest of lake sturgeon in the world. So you get people coming from all over to check out not only the fishery, but there's the spectating of fish coming into the registration stations. There's numerous festivals located around the area that you can go partake in. And each of these festivals events are supporting not only sturgeon spearing, but sturgeon as a species. So no matter if you're a fisherman traveling or from the area, or if you're someone that just wants to come check out the fish, there's something to do.
Sturgeon spearing on Lake Winnebago has become a massive annual event, but it comes from a tradition that dates back centuries.
The idea of harvesting lake sturgeon through the ice was kind of taught to early European settlers from the Native American tribes. The European settlers continued to harvest fish throughout most of the 1800s, not only spearing, but hook and line, various different methods.
Not only is it a major draw to the area in the winter months, but it also brings local residents together as a shared, unique experience.
The three counties here surrounding Lake Winnebago, they really share this social unity around sturgeon spearing. Come February, the local residents in these counties, they get excited. So whether you're from point A or point B around the lake, or if you're not even from around the lake, you can walk in and meet any spearer and share in these stories and traditions regardless of where you're from. And it's the culture around the area that I think really holds that together.
As we discovered, the communities that surround Wisconsin's biggest lake are big on fun, art, nature, and adventure. The shores of Lake Winnebago are a getaway definitely worth exploring. So come experience the endless shores of Wisconsin. Stream Discover Wisconsin anywhere, anytime. Continue the adventure on Apple TV, Amazon Fire, Roku, Chromecast, Smart TV, and discoverwisconsin.com.